Welcome, dear students. Today we have approached a very crucial topic in grammar for class 8. Okay, I would recommend that the 9th and 10th also watch this if you are not thorough about this. This is very important because the articles, adjectives, participles, many other things depend on this concept. Okay, it's very important. Today we're starting with the gender of nouns. This is something you may have done roughly before when you were doing the definite and indefinite articles, but today we're going to look at it in a little more depth because it is really important. I can't stress how important it is. There are two videos on this. This is the first one. Let's start. So in English, as you know, certain nouns, especially those which refer to people, sometimes animals as well, okay, like drake and duck and so on, have genders. Okay, example, brother and sister, mother and father. Okay, these have specified genders. You cannot have a girl who's a brother, right? Neither can you have a boy who's a sister. A brother is a boy and a sister is a girl, right? So in linguistic terms, it's masculine and feminine. All right, masculine for males, feminine for females. Whereas other nouns, you know the different kinds of nouns, common nouns like table, chair, okay, material nouns, gold, wood, iron, abstract nouns, happiness, joy, pain, okay, all these don't have genders in English, right? Only your nouns which refer to people sometimes have genders, okay? Other nouns are neutral, meaning they have no gender. They're called neuter gender. However, in French, every single noun, whether you're talking about a common noun, a material noun, okay, even certain proper nouns, for example, the names of countries all have genders, okay, whether you like it or not. It classifies itself into masculine or feminine in gender, okay. Now, how do you learn the gender of a noun? So there is no 100% certain way to deduce the gender of the noun, as in by looking at the noun, there is no surefire way that you will be able to get the gender of that noun just by looking at it. However, we do have a few clues, hints, okay, by the endings of the words, which are often applicable. They are not surefire, they will not work all the time, but they are mostly 90% they work. Okay, so that is a decent way to reduce the gender if you're not sure. But if you're not in a pressure situation like an exam or you're just going through vocabulary, the best way is to consult a dictionary. Okay, even your dictionary apps will work the same way. When you're learning a vocabulary, go to the dictionary or the dictionary app. You will always find this M or F next to the word. Okay, if it's a noun, only nouns have genders. Verbs and adjectives and all don't have genders. Only nouns have genders. So if it's a noun, you will always find this M or F next to the noun, which are indicators of gender. So if you find M, it is a masculine noun. If you find F, it is a feminine noun. Now, here are the rules. We'll go through them one by one of gender of nouns. How you identify the masculines from the feminines. So the first rule is the gender of certain nouns which refer to persons are indicated simply by what they mean. This is similar to the English, like we said, brother and sister. Brother is a masculine, sister is a feminine. Aunt and uncle. Aunt is a feminine, uncle is a masculine. Okay. Similarly, I've just given you four examples of each type on every slide. Okay, there are many more. Has to be masculine because the word itself means man, so it is masculine. Femme means a lady or a woman, so it has to be feminine, but purely because of what it means. Okay, Rua is a king, so it has to be masculine because kings are only masculine. Same way, Reine is a queen, which is only feminine. So these kinds of words, you have père, mère, okay, oncle, tante, frère, sœur, all these kinds of words which refer to persons. Okay, it's obvious what their gender is, purely based off of what they mean. Then you have certain nouns which end with E, tion, or sion. Mostly such nouns with E, tion, sion endings are feminine in gender. For example, plage is the beach, feminine because it ends with E. Bouteille is a bottle, ends with E, it is feminine. Musique is music, it ends with an E, it is feminine. Nation is a nation or a country, it ends with dion, it is feminine. for an example of an SION word, you have compréhension, okay, that is feminine. So most nouns ending with E or TION or SION are feminine. Now, the other nouns, that is those which don't end with E, TION, SION, by default become masculine. Not all of them, some of them. For example, not some of them, most of them. For example, fem, it ends with an M, it is masculine. Ibu is an owl. Okay, can you see this owl here? An owl is called an ibu. Okay, so ibu ends with U, it is masculine. A mouchoir is a handkerchief, ends with R, it is masculine. Appartement ends with T, it is apartment, it is masculine. Okay, so you have the clear cut division: E, TION, SION, feminine endings. The rest are masculine endings. Again, this is just if you don't have the ability at that point in time to consult a dictionary, this is the way to do it, to classify based on genders. Okay, however, this slide is just to show you that it doesn't always work that way. Okay, because certain nouns which have endings besides E, TION, SION, I told you, are mostly masculine, but certain nouns which fall into this category may be feminine as well. For example, chanson, it doesn't end with, as in it doesn't end with E, TION or SION, which are the feminine endings, but yet it is feminine. Okay, chanson is a song. Same way you have souris is a mouse. It doesn't end with these three endings, yet it is feminine. O is water, doesn't end with those endings, it is feminine. Forêt is a forest, doesn't end with those endings, yet it is feminine. And the next slide will also show you that the ETI1 SI1 rule is not always applicable, because certain nouns which end with E may be masculine as well. I told you earlier, most of the nouns which end with E are feminine, but there are some which end with E and are masculine. For example, arbre is a tree, masculine. Village is a village, is masculine. Tourism is tourism, is masculine. Silence is silence, it is masculine as well. So can you see here how an abstract noun is also assigned a gender? Okay, all abstract nouns are thus assigned genders. So all these nouns which end with E are masculine, okay, going against the law. That's the end of the first part of this two-part series on gender of nouns. See you in the next one. Take care.